When I started my business, I really understood the importance of sales, but I wasn't a natural salesman. I knew that if I wanted to succeed in business, I needed to learn how to sell. In this video, I'll share the one thing I do to close sales with very little to no sales skills. I discovered this thing after a lot of trial and error. Let me explain. My sales struggles started way before I started my business. There was 2015. I was just graduated from law university, but I knew I wouldn't choose law as a career path. My first serious job after graduating from university was in telemarketing, aka aggressive sales pitches via the phone to complete strangers. The company I worked for sold financial trading services. It was an online website where people could trade binary options, crypto, and stocks. But I knew that if I wanted to figure out sales, my life would be much easier. And there weren't any other companies who would hire somebody with no experience. The company hired around 20 sales representatives, and we were all in a trial period. After 2 weeks of intensive training, only 10 people would make the cut and get offered a long-term sales job. The company's revenue depended only on one thing: our ability to sell. That way, during the training period, they made everything possible to provide us with the best training ever. The training followed the straight line persuasion method invented by the Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort. The training was super intense and I had to stay at the office for 10 hours each day, where I studied my sales script, I practiced my pitch, and I participated in different workshops and trainings. I did my best to make the cut after the training was over because I needed the money and I wanted to learn how to sell. I was so stressed. My whole future, my whole life depended on keeping this sales job. The final day of the trial came and it was time to figure out if I made the cut. My manager called me into her office, and her office was like minimalistic and super stylish, and the company was located in Sofia, Bulgaria, in a newly built mini skyscraper. So it was super expensive. The office felt like super expensive. Her office had a nice view of the city and you could see everything. It was one of the views that people have on their wallpapers. We sat at the desk and she told me I didn't make the cut. I felt relieved because sales and telemarketing seemed highly stressful, but I also felt disappointed in myself because I gave it my best and I still couldn't get the job. 2 years later, I have already established myself as Facebook ads media buyer. My Facebook ads skills were at the very elite level. I was managing high budgets and things were going great. And I decided to transition to freelancing. But to make money in freelancing, I needed to talk to clients. I needed to sell my Facebook ads management service. And every time I had to pitch a client, I was so nervous. My palms were sweaty and I wouldn't do anything else but talk to new clients. It was that scary for me. I thought I was scamming people and I thought that my service was irrelevant to their business, but that wasn't true in all the cases. I knew I had to make progress with sales because no sales meant no money, and again, for another time in my life, I felt like I was missing an opportunity to grow because I couldn't sell. When I was doing sales calls, I knew that people were on the sales calls for my expertise, and the one thing they wanted to see was my certainty. They wanted to see if I could manage their Facebook ads and deliver the results they wanted. I knew that from the very first sales call I did. And then it hit me. If I could make them a promise that I'll deliver them results in advance, that would make them trust me more. But more importantly, I'll also see if my service works for their business. That will give me confidence on the sales calls. And I won't worry too much if my service will work. Once I realized that, on the next sales call, I was completely honest with my prospect. I told him that Facebook ads are tricky and they don't work well for every business. I also told him that he should test the ads, and I offered him to manage his ads for 7 days for free. And only if we were both happy with the results, we would continue working together. He agreed. The ads started well, I saw potential, And that's how I got some of my very first clients. I tried this model in the next few sales calls again. I noticed that if I offer my service for free, people instantly agreed to test it. But some of those people were not committed enough. That's why free was good, but it was not perfect. I needed to make people invest in something so they also have ownership in the project. If they could invest a small fee, they would be more committed. And that's why I changed my pitch. I told people they should test my Facebook ads management service. I told them that I usually charge $2,000 per month, but if they want to test it for 7 days, they can do it for only $100. And I also told them that I was offering the 7-day free trial, but the people who got the 7-day free trial were not committed enough and they were not getting any results. Honestly, fewer people agreed to this offer, but they were much more committed. So offering results in advance for a fraction of the price was the one thing that helped me close deals. Even today, 6 or maybe 7 years later, I still use this approach. If you are bad at sales, you can find a way to deliver results in advance for a fraction of the cost. It will make your sales process much easier, especially if you suffer from imposter syndrome. Even today, 7 years later, I use the exact same approach. And just to give you an example, the latest offer I'm selling is YouTube Ads Management Service. I offer people to manage their YouTube ads for 30 days completely for free, and I invite them to become long-term clients if we're both happy with the results. By the way, if you're interested in launching YouTube ads for your business for free, you should take advantage of my offer. YouTube ads are a great way to grow your business this year. So check out the links in the description below. Also, once people invest a little bit of money with you, turning them into long-term customers is much easier. Think of a way to deliver the results in advance. It will completely transform your business. Go ahead, test it, and let me know how it works. My name is Nico. In this channel, I talk about business, wealth, and marketing. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.